So this is the continuation of, so guys, this is IELTS Einstein. And then last week, if you see that, the recent uploaded videos, that is IELTS Writing Test Cambridge 5. So let's click on that. This is a two-part series, guys, on the fastest way to score a band 6.5. So Cambridge 5 test 4. So if we click on that, okay, you will see under the description of for this first of a two-part IELTS writing lecture, the facilitator demonstrated the easiest way to score a band 6.5 in the IELTS writing test. So guys, that lecture, if you haven't seen that lecture, guys, wait, I will attach it to our chat box there. So, and that lecture is for one-sided question prompts. One-sided question prompts there. Okay. Guys, are you confused between a one-sided and a crossover? Okay, hopefully not. Okay. So, and then, so today, since what we did last week was the one-sided question prompt, what we're going to be doing today is the crossover question prompt. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go to that document that we used there. So, there, see, that was the outline that we used for last week. On the easiest way to score a band 6.5 series. One-sided, this is a review, guys. So cardinal strategies. So a one-sided, guys, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting. So these are all the question prompts from Cambridge. 5. Okay. And the one-sided is up here, there. See, there. Universities should accept equal numbers of male and female students in every subject. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So you will know, guys, that that is a one-sided question because there is no counter opinion. There is no opinion that is counter to this statement there. That's therefore the definition of a one-sided question prompt. And then if you look at this one, in some countries, young people are encouraged to work or travel for a year between finishing high school and starting university studies. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages for young people who decide to do this. This is clearly a crossover because you will need to discuss the advantages and the counter opinion of the disadvantages. That is therefore a crossover. And then let's look at another task. Some people think that a sense of competition in children should be encouraged. Others believe that children who are taught to cooperate rather than compete become more useful adults. That is also clearly a crossover. You will see the crossover there. Others believe that. And then, of course, solidifying the crossover is the prompt itself. Discuss both these views and give your opinion. So as you will notice, the one-sided question prompt is simpler because you're just discussing one side of an issue. But suddenly with a crossover, you will be discussing two sides of an issue. This one, the sense of competition, and then the other one, the sense of cooperation. There. So let's look at the prompt tracker there. So this is the tracker of all the, as much as I can, I track the scores. I track the questions that come out. So last September 9, today the cost of public transport is rising. What are the reasons for this? And give possible solutions. So if you notice, it is one-sided. But this is what we call a C style, right? So there are two questions that you need to answer, but it's still one-sided. So you just outline the reasons for why the cost of public transport is rising. and then you just outline the solutions. Make sure that whatever the reasons that you cite, they are matched by their corresponding solutions. You want to do this, guys? I will assign this as a free essay. Mai, you want to do this? Ella, Grace, you want to do this? You do this, guys. It's quite relevant to the times. The cost of public transport. You want. Okay. And then last September 1, some people think that it's more beneficial to take part in sports which are played in teams like basketball, while others think that taking part in individual sports like tennis or swimming is better. Discuss both views and give your own opinions. So clearly, that is a crossover. In fact, I assigned this as a free essay. Wait, let's go to the IELTS Einstein page. See, that's the free essay. Okay. There, that's the one. We are in the IELTS Einstein page, guys. Facebook page. Some people think that it's more beneficial to take part in sports which are played in teams. Others think that taking part in individual sports is better. And then you will see some of the students who submitted their, oh, I haven't checked Charo's output yet. Okay, sorry. Gigi's is there. Hanilin submitted hers. Okay, maybe you should write that, guys. That might just come out. Can you imagine? Look at that. Oh, it's a cycle. It came out March 13 and then it came out September 1. You never know. In fact, there's another question that came out in succession. Which one was that? There, February 4, and then again in August 21. This one came out August 20, and then it came out August 28. Most young people do not enjoy competitive sports because they are afraid of losing. Therefore, the youth should be banned from competitive sports. That one came out 1 week apart. So, guys, it's important for you to write free essays. Not only are you drilling your abilities, but you never know, that might be the question that will come out. So, okay. So that question is it one-sided or is it a crossover? Any guesses? Type your answer in the chat box. Oh, that's what they do in British Council. Type your answer in the chat box. Is it a one-sided or is it a crossover? That August 28 question. Okay. BK says it's a cross. Gigi says it's a cross. Any other answers, guys? Any other answers? Type your answer in the chat box. Any other answers? Come on, it's just two choices. Maybe just like to answer with a one-sided if you want to. Just for the fun of it. Mom Rochelle says it's a one-sided. Ella says it's one-sided. Any other answers? Any other? Is it a one-sided question prompt or a crossover? Any other answers? In fact, I made this a free essay again, guys. Let's go back, huh? Krista says it's a cross. Okay. So let's go back to IELTS Einstein. Let's look for it. Let's look for it. I assigned that as a free essay. There's the Queen. There's iPhone 14. Tons of food waste. Oh, Mancharo has another entry here. Oh my God. I've been overlooking her essays. Let me check. Quotidian. What a nice word, guys. Quotidian. Meaning ordinary. Okay, there's so many. Oh, sheesh. Pamela submitted one. Oh my God. I've been missing the free essays. Okay, where is it? I just assigned it recently. Oh my, Mom Gigi has an entry. Gosh. Oh my God. I've been remiss in my responsibilities. Okay. Hang on, hang on. Castigate. Gosh, where was it? I assigned that once before, guys. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. There it is. See, all good things come to those who wait. Some people believe that sports competitions are a source of emotional stress for young people. Therefore, youth should be banned from participating in these. Is it a one-sided or a crossover? Type your answer in the chat box. It's okay to make mistakes, guys. Any opinions? Any? One-sided or a crossover? That's really an important question. Is it one-sided or a crossover? Okay, people are typing in their answers. So Grace says it's one-sided. BK says it's one-sided. BK changed her answer. Jenner says it's one-sided. Any other? So guys, the answer is Lynn says it's one-sided. Okay, the answer is it is. Let's hide this chat from the talkative students. The answer is it is indeed one-sided. So it is just asking if you should ban children from participating in sports because it is stressful for them. There, it is stressful for them. One-sided. And so you just have to agree to that or disagree to that. Okay. And then some of the people entered. Okay. Oh my God, we only have, we have so many entries for this one. Look at that. Guys, you write your free essays. Okay. I mean, who else is going to do this for you? Right? Only me. Like what happens if I pass away? Who else is going to check your essays? Nobody else. See. Okay. So sorry to those I've missed. I'm going to go back to these later. And then I'm going to write these free essays. It's one-sided, guys. So I'm going back to the tracker. Is there a question? There. All right. And then, so you will know if it's a crossover because there is a crossover marker. Look at that. Some people think that politicians have the greater influence in the world, while others think, do you understand, guys? That's one way of telling if it's a crossover. Do you understand? Okay, is that clear? You will also know it's a crossover if it's like a discuss both views question. So that is clearly a discuss both views. To what extent that is normally a one-sided, but it can also be a crossover. It doesn't follow that it's a to what extent question. It is one-sided. I hope we can find examples of that. All fathers should get time off from their work if their child is born. Yeah, guys, I want to know, right? I mean, when a child is born, why is it the mother who has to leave work, right? The mother should. Pa-mute. Mute.
Tinatanong nga kung may bayad ka bang wala.
Uy, pa-mute. Wala. Okay. Oh, may nag-aaway. Ayan. Look at this, guys. This was from August 26. Look at this one. Space exploration is a waste of financial resources. It is better to spend this money to improve human lives. So, and then to what extent do you agree or disagree? this is clearly a crossover. So you will talk about money on space exploration, and you will talk about money that is spent to improve human lives. Those are two sides of an issue. Do you follow? That's to what extent? Mm, okay, but generally, when it is a to what extent question, it is one-sided, generally speaking. Okay. Okay, this is clearly a crossover. Everyone in the world now wants to own a car, TV, and a fridge. Do the disadvantages to the society outweigh the advantages? It is a crossover. So, guys, again, as a review, the easiest way to score a band 6.5 if the question is one-sided is simply to agree. So you will see in our outline here, just agree and then come up with one argument why you agree, two arguments why you agree, and then three arguments why you agree. Okay. However, if you decide to disagree, then what you should do is to cite the agree arguments first and then to kill the agree arguments with the disagree. That is now doing a crossover. Do you understand? So the disagree is a two-step process. You need to cite the agree first and then you cite the disagree. That's one of the great discoveries we've made. There is no such thing as a one-sided disagree. Why? The answer is because of cardinal rule 2, which states that everything in the question prompt should be expounded, expanded, explained, and elaborated. So again, as a review from last week, it's one of the great discoveries we've made, guys. Some people believe that in order to solve environmental problems, the price of fuel should be increased. That statement, guys, is the agree statement. It is always given. The agree statement is always given. That's why you should expound, expand, explain, and elaborate what the agree statement is. Is that clear? That is cardinal rule 2. And that is doing the A1 style, agree argument 1, and then agree argument 2. And then if you want to have another agree argument, that's optional. And then you conclude. Expound, expand, explain, elaborate what that means before anything else. However, if you wish to disagree with that, there is no choice but for you to first discuss the agree, because the agree is always given. Discuss that first. That's how it looks like. Do you follow? That's why when you decide to disagree, guys, you are now effectively performing a crossover wherein you first discuss the agree in conformity with cardinal rule 2 and then cross over to the disagree, making sure that the disagree will kill the arguments of the agree side. That is now what we call the A2 style. Okay. See, look at that, look at that, look at that. That's now the A2 style. Introduction, and then you will always begin with the agree. The agree is always given in a one-sided question prompt. And then you now have to cross over to the disagree by killing the agree arguments. There. And then that's the crossover. Okay. But there is also what we call the kill and bury. So you have the agree argument there, and then you kill the agree arguments here, And then you have the disagree arguments there. The disagree arguments now are the bury arguments. Kaya again, going back guys, the easiest way to score a band 6.5 is simply to agree. Whatever that question prompt is, just agree to it, and that's the end of it. Because if you disagree, then you will have to kill the agree argument first. Can you imagine the complexity of that? And then you will have to optionally go into the disagree. Can you imagine? It suddenly is a crossover. All right. But I tell you, a lot of students, as they go along with their regimen, they love the kill and bury. Okay. So go back to that lecture, guys. And the essay is over here. We wrote that essay there. Oh, we didn't write that essay. We wrote another essay. Okay. Universities should accept equal numbers of male and female students in every subject. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay. So let's just review this briefly, guys. So the question prompt is, wait, example, A1 style. This is just a review, guys. This is just for one-sided, 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 one-sided. Okay. If there's a question, guys, you go ahead and type it in chat box. Okay. There, example again, A2 style. A2 style. Particularly the kill and bury. And bury. There. All right. So again, the biggest discovery is cardinal rule 2. There should always be the agree argument because it is stated there. Some people believe that in order to solve environmental problems, the price of fuel should be increased. So agree argument 1, people will be mindful and vigilant on their expenditures. And lesser fuel will lessen inimical effects to the environment. That is already at least a 6.5 because you complied with cardinal rule 2. Expounding, expanding, explaining, and elaborating the question prompt. All right, but in last week's lecture, we went further. We were so ambitious there. What the students did is they tried to kill these two arguments, kill, agree. So people will be mindful and vigilant on their expenditures if the price of fuel should be increased. And then the kill argument is people will still spend on fuel because there are no options. No matter how high the cost of gasoline is, people will still keep spending on them. So that killed that argument. Dead, 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 dead. Okay. And then lesser fuel will lessen inimical effects to the environment. Our kill argument there is lesser fuel will still impact the environment because there are other factors such as overpopulation, which leads to greater demand for consumer products, which leads to higher demand for energy, which means more burning of fossil fuels. That is the kill argument for that one. Winner! Gosh. Okay, there. So what we did here is we killed these two agree arguments there. All right. You can end the essay right there, guys. That is what you call the A2 style, the kill style. You can end your essay. You can say, this writer therefore disagrees to the proposition. But there is such a thing as the bury. So the bury now is, remember, we have killed the agree argument. Agree argument over there in conformity with cardinal rule 2, and then we kill it. Murder, murder, murder. Like knife it 40 times in the body, in the torso. There's no chance for survival. And then we're not even satisfied. We want to bury this thing there to eliminate all vestiges of the crime. So the disagree arguments are There are other ways like investing in renewable energy like wind, solar, hydro, geothermal, nuclear, shifting to electric vehicles, they're engaging in population control measures. Yeah, maybe we should like kill some people. Okay. And reduce, reuse, recycle, and practice a minimalist lifestyle to counter consumerism. That is now the Bury argument. This is now the classic rendition of the kill and bury essay. Four one-sided question prompts. But again, the easiest way to score a 6.5 is merely to comply with Cardinal Rule 2. Just outline the agree arguments, expound, expand, explain, and elaborate whatever is in the question prompt. That's the end of your IELTS. You're going home with a 6.5. Goodbye, IELTS forever. Hello, USA. I'm gonna buy some winter clothing. I'm gonna take that plane. Goodbye, Philippines. Good riddance. Okay, that is our review. Maybe I should send you this document, guys, or have I sent it already? Have I? Have I? I don't think I've sent it in the GCs. Yeah. So that's the kill and bury there. That's why, guys, I do encourage that you write free essays. You will practice these styles. This is a, and then, I mean, if you're so used to the kill and bury, my God, when you arrive at the speaking test, that's how you're going to answer. Wow, my God. That's what you call an argumentative response. Very structured. So you say, some people say that blah, 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 blah. However, blah, 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 blah. So instead, blah, 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 blah. Can you imagine that? You murdered the speaking test as well. Okay. All right. Sige, I will send it, guys. I will send this document. This is the easiest way. A1, A2 style. Okay. All right. Let's now go over to the crossovers. So what we're gonna do is, okay, there. Actually, we did the crossover. Ah, no, we didn't. Okay, this is another example, guys, of a one-sided. We typed this last week. So these are all the agree arguments. They're. Oh, these are all agree arguments, guys. See, these are three agree arguments there, and then conclusion there. So because of the arguments posited above, why should we even consider disagreeing with this proposition? Oh my God, what a nice conclusion. That's A1, guys. That's the A1 style. Okay. On the question of this one. Universities should accept an equal number of male and female students in every subject. Just three agree arguments. That's the end of it. Okay, goodbye, IELTS forever. I'm gonna take that big plane to the USA. Okay, and then so now we are moving over to the crossover. So again, this is the lesson on the easiest way to score a band 6.5. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, we already did that, guys, from last week. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? But what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna show you some structure first. So I'm gonna go back to the prompt tracker. Which one would you like me to do? Mm, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, in many countries, many people choose to wear Western style dresses like suit shirts and jeans to wear traditional type of clothing. Why is this? Is this a positive or negative development? Guys, there's an or, right? So you can choose to make this one-sided. You just discuss the positives and that's the end of it. Yeah. But if you discuss the positive and then you cross over to the negative, then it becomes a crossover. Okay, so which one would you like me to do? Mm, Mhm. Mm, um, which one, guys? Mhm. Okay, what about this one? August 28th, you want that? Space exploration. Oh my God, that's terrible. Okay, so where is it? There, space exploration is a waste of financial resources. It is better to spend this money to improve human lives. Okay, so before I go into the structure, guys, the easiest way to score a band 6.5. I will show you the essays that were submitted by the students of writing, and let's analyze how this works. Okay, where is it? It's the Elon Musk picture. Oh, I think we skipped it. The Elon Musk picture. Okay, where are you, Elon Musk? There, see that, see that, see that. Okay, 11 people answered. Space exploration is a waste of financial resources. It is better to spend this money to improve human lives. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So, I'll show you some answers, guys. Woohoo! Okay, where are these? Okay, all right. Oh my God, Town is there already, guys. I forgot about Towns. Sir Ern, how many minutes are you gonna take? Sige, guys, wait. Okay, Town is gonna talk for just a few minutes. Let's look at the answer of Fe. So, guys, she's gonna be the demonstrator. Space exploration is a waste of financial resources. What did I? Oh my God, I didn't even write any commentary on that. Okay. Space exploration is a waste of financial resources. It is better to spend this money to improve human lives. So this one is a classic crossover question, guys. So let's begin. Damn, people are chat chat boxes are popping up. In this contemporary world, there are countries who are pumping hefty amounts of funds and exploring. This is the introduction, guys. Exploring the vast universe to discover hidden mysteries that would be advantageous to mankind. Guys, can somebody please tell them not to chat? Okay. However, there are individuals who prescribe to this program because they believe that should have been prescribed. It is just a wastage of revenue. For them, this budget ought to be allocated for sectors who need it the most to enhance the lives of every citizen. So that's the introduction, guys. This is now the first body paragraph. So, okay, I'm just gonna talk to these people, guys. Uh, please refrain chatting first. Please, please. These dream catchers, because I'm having a recorded lecture and your chats pop up on screen for everyone to see. Okay, there. So that's the introduction over there. If you see that, oh my God, man. Okay. Maybe I should just copy paste this, guys, and put it in a Word document. Okay, that's the intro over there. There. Okay. And then this is the first body paragraph. To elucidate, ever since scientists and researchers have discovered machineries and locomotives that will allow them to travel to space, uh, and other planets, governments have been allocating financial resources to this exploration because they believe that they would discover breakthroughs that wait. Guys, wait. Uh, pasok na lang kayo sa GC. Ay, pasok na lang kayo sa link. The lecture is recorded. Uy. Okay. All right. And then to elucidate, ever since scientists and researchers have discovered machineries and locomotives that will allow them to travel to space and other planets, governments have been allocating financial resources to this exploration because believe that they would discover breakthroughs that would resolve plenty of urgent issues of the society. In this day and age, many cities are oversaturated and overcrowded that people find it difficult to locate areas where they could build their houses or find an accommodation to rent. With this dilemma, there are probable planets that are habitable, so the issue of homelessness will be resolved in the next decades. Moreover, they are exploring unknown planet territories to rig soil in order to determine if this could be a possible source of water that could bring abundant supply, especially now that water scarcity is being felt in various nations, and the most affected regions are those people who from drought-stricken nations such as Africa, India, and Australia. This exploratory investigation could also avert the issue of climate change by discovering clean fuels that will be inexhaustible and to halt the utilization of fossil fuels. That is the argument, guys, pertaining to let's create the structure. Let's create the structure. That is the argument pertaining to. Let's go back to our workbook. The easiest way to score a band 6.5 there. Okay. There. That's the question. Okay, when was this given? Again, it's the easiest way to score at least a band 6.5, guys. Okay, the cutting edge discovery. Okay, CCC there. We'll put that over there, and then let's copy paste this outline that we had earlier. There. That's the outline. That's the outline. There. Okay. Let's copy paste that. We will use that as the outline. So there we go. Okay, see Fe Flores, si weekly Fe Flores. I think she scored a 7.5 in writing. Okay, so you have your introduction there, and then arguments in favor of space exploration. There, do you see that? Okay, so there. What were the arguments of we're stealing her ideas, guys? This is intellectual property rights. There. It will solve overcrowding and moreover water shortages. There. Okay. So there. Space exploration will solve overcrowding and overpopulation problems there. And then space exploration will allow us to override our water scarcity issues exacerbated by climate change. Damn. Okay. And so, guys, we are still not at. Wait, what's happening? There. Okay. And so the next thing that we need to do is arguments in favor of human problems on Earth. Let's see how Fe did that, guys. Weekly Fe Flores, how did she do it? Okay. On the other hand, here goes. There are citizens who claim that these funds must be allotted on the most pressing issues of the society to ease the suffering of people. That is to say that not all individuals have the financial means to seek medical treatment in private medical institutions, and with that, the government revenue should be channeled to medical care so that it would be accessible and free for everyone, regardless of their socio-economic status. This would improve longevity, and this contributes to the happiness of people. So that is the money is better used for health care. spending. Okay, and then she has another argument, guys. Another plausible reason is that the higher number of people who are literate and educated, progress will be felt in a way that there are plenty of students who could be able to finish their schooling. This can be achieved by financing their studies through free education programs that would be provided by the government, and the money should be spent on this project. There. Mga batikan mga yan, guys. Mabatikan na magsulat. Is better used for educational spending. Yarn. Okay. So, what's happening? There. Okay. So, guys. Yan. So, these are the arguments in favor of space exploration. Yan. So, na-cover na yun, oh. You see that? You see that? You see that? The cover na yun. And then, ito na mga arguments in favor of human problems on Earth. Ito na yon. Okay. Ay, hindi pa niya yata nako-cover yung ways of financial resources, guys. Wala pa siya sa 6.5, guys. Kung wala siyang argument doon, remember, cardinal rule 2 yun eh. Kung wala siyang argument doon, band 6 yan, guys. Let's see. Having said that, both arguments are compelling, and to resolve these dilemmas, a compromise approach is needed. Oh, while it is true that space exploration is a waste of money, however, this research in various planet territories can have favorable benefits. I see. So guys, ganito na yan, no? Itong waste of financial resources at saka the money is better spent to improve human lives. Andito siya, guys. Yun. Doon niya inelaborate yung ways of financial resources. Okay. So, na-cover na niya, guys, ang cardinal rule 2. At the very least, 6.5 na yon. So, in a crossover question prompt, as long as you have arguments in both sides of the issue, one side of the issue there, and then the other side of the issue there, 6.5 na yun, guys. Mag-conclude na kayo kung ano lang, bahala na si Batman, ganun. 6.5 ka na. In conclusion, this writer is confused and would rather delegate this issue to government. That's already a band 6.5 essay. Do you follow? Because precisely you have complied with cardinal rule 2. Expound, expand, explain, and elaborate each and every word or phrase in the question prompt. Yan. Kaya lang, dahil hindi 6.5 ang target natin, we are targeting higher. So, we need to come up with a third body paragraph. The third body paragraph is now what we call the problem solver. Yun. So there are 4 problem solving options. Either A2, kill and bury. Either B1, the coexist. Either B2. What is B2, guys? What is B2? What is B2? What is B2? B2 is what? Type in your answers in the chat box. What is B1? What is B1? Joanna, what is B1? Joanna,
B1 is B1 yung kapartner ni B2 sa Bananas and Pajamas.
Oh my God.
Pero
Joanna,
B1 is coexist.
B1 is the first banana. B2 is the second banana.
Yeah, no, it's
B1 is
coexist.
the
Coexist.
coexist. Oh my God.
Yes.
And B2 is the
It depends.
it depends. And
And
then
B3 is my
B3,
favorite.
oh yeah, the favorite of the whole wide universe. The compromise. Yun. Kaya let's see how Fe, oo nga, paborito ng marami yan, compromise. Let's see how Fe resolved her particular essay. Yon! Do you see that, guys? Yan. Pero dito pa lang, guys, dyan pa lang, from there up to there, 6.5 ka na. Yun, kaya, kung masaya na tayo sa 6.5, di ba? All we need is a 6.5, even for the UK. Huwag na kayo mag-problem solver. Iwan nyo na yan, tanggalin nyo na yan, mag-conclude na kayo. In conclusion, this writer is confused and would rather delegate this issue to governments. I cannot solve this problem. Ganon! Yon. Yon. I cannot solve this problem. Yun. 6.5 na ang essay mo. Yes, winner. Okay. Kaya lang, di naman tayo ganun. That's not how we roll, baby. So, we want to solve the problem. Yun. Kaya, pinapasok natin yung problem solver. Pero again, the easiest way to score a band 6.5 is just to argue the two sides of the issue. That's the end of it. Uwi, ana. Goodbye, IELTS. I'm gonna take that big plane to the USA. There. And I'm gonna buy winter clothing. Yun. So, pwede nyo nang tanggalin yan. Optional na yan. Pero I know for a fact na hindi nyo gagawin yan. You will decide whether to use the A2, the B1, the B2, or the B3. Eh ngayon, even if you do decide to use any one of these, kaya lang mali naman ang problem solver nyo, 6.5 pa rin yun. At least you tried. Diba, guys? So, let's now look. Malapit na. Guys, magsasalita lang konti ang taon. Sorry, guys. At ako'y natatagalan. Now, let's now go into the essay of Fe. Look at her problem solver, guys. So, ang linaw. Oh, look at that. Having that said, both arguments, Joanna, nagpop-up dito yung messages nyo eh. Kaya, I haven't figured out how to turn it off eh. Ano ba yun? Yun. Anyway, having said that, both arguments are compelling, and to resolve these dilemmas, a compromise approach is needed. While it is true that space exploration is a waste of money, however, this research on various planet territories can have favorable benefits to mankind. Hence, since government has the power to release and distribute the revenues, they must make sure that a balance must be implemented, a balance na between their spending on planetary exploration and other urgent problems such as access to healthcare, free education, and the like. Yan ang kanyang problem solver. Yun. And then, so the problem solver is good, it's sound, and then the arguments are solid, ang ganda pa ng writing, di ba? Yun. I think si Fe scored a 7.5. I'm not really sure. You want me to check, guys? Let's check her essay. Kawawa naman si Fe. Walang kamalay-malay. Pinag-uusapan siya sa video. Okay. Weekly Fe. Yan. And then, paano ba i-access ang ayun, view media and files. Ayun, I have her scores. Speaking, band 8. Writing, 7 lang siya, guys. 7 lang, but a 7 is already impressive as this. So, to infer, although exploring several planets' surface is a waste of money, we cannot deny the fact that this might lead to the resolution to some of the world's problems. It is my belief that government must strike a balance in managing their financial resources. That's the easiest way to score a 6.5 for crossover question prompts. Yun, no? So, guys, Tanggalin na natin to. Yan. Let's now look at our example from last week. You know, we will now cap the lesson with the essay that we wrote last week. Because we wrote this essay, guys, we were off recording already. So, some people think that a sense of competition in children should be encouraged, while others believe that children who are taught to cooperate rather than compete become more useful adults. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Crossover, guys. One side is there. Crossover sa kabila. Yun. And then, kailangan ng third body paragraph to resolve the issue. So, ayan yung discuss both views, body paragraph 1 and 2. Give your own opinion, yan yung body paragraph 3. Ganun, guys. Those are the great discoveries in writing. So, we did a B1 style, guys. Let's read. There is a controversy as to how children should be trained in schools. Some people argue that children should be trained to compete with one another. Others, however, feel that a sense of cooperation should instead be imbibed in the young minds. This essay will look into the arguments of both sides. Okay. So, ito na yung sense of competition, guys. To begin with, a sense of competition is imperative primarily because competition brings out the best in an individual, such as in sports. Sports teaches discipline, perseverance, hard work, persistence, and realizing that the losing means not to compete at all. Thereby, competition teaches students early in life these values that will be important as they grow up. That is the answer to a sense of competition. Crossover na tayo, guys, sa kabila. Crossing over a sense of competition, cooperation is likewise pivotal. In the globalized age, more and more nations are cooperating with one another economically for their mutual benefit. This means that today's individual will face situations where they will need to work together in teams. And in many cases, such as with nurses, with foreigners from developed countries. This therefore requires good people skills, communication skills, cooperation skills, teamwork, sacrifice, and working for the common good. Okay? And then, third body paragraph. Dito, guys, 6.5 ka na. Yan, up to there. 6.5 na. Pwede nang mag-conclude. Yung conclusion mo, this writer cannot solve this problem. I will just leave it to governments. It's not my problem. All I want is to pass the IELTS. To resolve this controversy, the writer feels that it demands something as simple as training students to both be competitive and cooperative. For example, in school, students may be grouped in teams for a certain project and would successively compete with other teams. Doing so would allow children to imbibe both the values of competition and cooperation. B1 style. Coexist. To conclude, there is no better way to raise children in the competitive world today than to train them for both competition and cooperation. Doing so, we will be producing an entire new generation that is future ready. Damn! Ganon, may damn pa dun, guys. Yun. Okay. At the very least, band 7. Yun. B1 style. But again, the easiest way to score a band 6.5 for a crossover question is to discuss one side of the issue, tapos cross over to the other side of the issue. 6.5 na yun, guys. Ang dali, no? Diba? Kaya nga, for the UK, binabaan nila ang writing standard. 6.5 na. In-eliminate nila yung the difficulty of solving the problem. Kahit mali na yung problem solver mo, okay lang yan. Is that clear, people? Do you follow? Is that clear? Okay. I'm sure there will be questions, but we will end the recording and then let's have your questions later.